Hey guys, today we have another video that was submitted by a subscriber. This individual has been playing for 1 year and is going to try and tackle In My Life by the Beatles. Let's take a look. Let's give her some encouragement down in the comments and let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, I see something already. So actually a very good job of tackling that lick. The only issue I see is it's kind of affecting some timing. So the lick is actually... So what she's trying to do is she's trying to pick all those individual notes when you can actually go, just hit that first one and roll it up. Let's keep on going. Let's back it up again. So we still haven't gotten very far. There is a part there when she comes off of that lick, when she goes, that she's off beat. She's fine whenever she starts doing that lick, and I'm wondering if it's not that picking that she's doing instead of just letting it flow up that's causing her to go off beat. Let's take a listen again, you'll see what I'm saying. See that part right there is a little bit off beat. So on that one right there, she's actually doing a really good job for only having played for the amount of time that she's been doing it. She actually is changing her chords really nicely. There is one interesting thing that I did notice in there. I believe that chord progression is a G to a D to an E minor to a G7 to a C minor to a G. But if I back it up here, you guys take a look. She actually is forming the bottom half of her G7. She's bringing her finger down here for that G7 and then moving these fingers up. And it stands out to me because she makes a very smooth transition on that G7, but I've just never seen it done that way. Let's take a look at that. So she's really good at keeping her strumming. She is doing a little bit of over-strumming on that, but you know, this is a Beatles song, and they're not always the easiest. If you go back to the early 60s, it's like 3 chords, and that was the Beatles and everything. But the Beatles were known because they were groundbreaking in the fact that they played a lot of unconventional chords. This one is no exception because you only get a couple beats on every chord. Let's back that up just a hair. You guys see that? So when she did those single strums, she kept her arm moving. That was really, really good because she's trying to keep that beat going, but she's not hitting the strings at all. Back it up again. So we've got maybe a little bit of still timing issues going on right there. I would definitely suggest playing this with the metronome. It would probably help her out tremendously. It helps everybody out, and once you get that solid beat down, it does help you to be solid without the metronome. Let's keep going. So, since she's over-strumming on that, you can hear, and I want you to listen to it as we keep going on, see if we hear any more. But you'll hear some tapping down here because her arm's coming all the way down. So let's just take, for instance, she's going like this with her arm. So now I'm going to play this progression, but I'm going to play it without using my arm as much. See, it's just my wrist that's moving. So it's very important that we don't overstrum, because You definitely don't want to hit that, especially if you're going to be in a recording situation. Let's take a listen again. There's that tap right there. Another tap. So right now she's doing a really good job. Oh, yeah. So she's struggling a little bit right there. And so what she's doing, if you watch her gaze is going down here, then it's coming back here, it's going down here and coming down here. Eventually in your playing, what's going to happen is you're going to be more comfortable probably on your strumming first. Your strumming is actually going to come first. A lot of people think that's the hardest thing. But you'll be looking down here at your chords probably more often than not. And for the most part, that's what she's doing. She has a very good strumming going on. In fact, for a one-year player, she's got some of the best sounding upstrokes I've heard that are like ghost notes, which is what they should be. You should be going down all the strings and then just coming up a little bit on the bottom strings. Excellent job. Let's keep going. Another pick. So on this, I just want to say that there's a lot of players who've been playing for years that they still lack timing. So it's not just a beginner thing that actually affects it. It's actually a matter of how much have you practiced with a metronome? How much have you actually spent time in a studio or whatever? If you're just a player that never ever plays with a metronome, you're probably not going to progress to that point where your beat is a lot more solid. So you always have to be looking at something that's going to improve your playing. Let's keep going. A little bit of things going on there, but overall it sounds really good. So one thing that I really want to point out, and this was actually on the last video too, it's so nice to hear a young player, yes, you're young, a young player that is playing the full chord with no dead notes, very, very good sounding chords and everything. She does play her G with sometimes with just a single down here. I encourage that double stop to fill it out a little bit more, but it's unheard of for chords to be able to be changed that quickly. She's doing a really good job, and they're really sounding really crisp and coming through exactly the way they need to keep coming through. Let's keep going. That part up right there. Oh yeah, a little soulful. Wow. 1 year, really? I'm going to tell you at the end of this what I think I would guess how long she's been playing. But let's talk about the positives. Strumming. It's a very solid strum. It's a good strum. It's across. It's right when it comes up on those upstrokes and everything. A little bit of over-strumming going on there. Hitting that pick guard right there with that pick. A lot of that things can be cleaned up in time once you figure out that your arm doesn't have to move that much. Your arm naturally wants to do that, but you don't have to do that. Singing and playing at the same time, really after 1 year? I know people who've been playing for years who can't coordinate themselves. Good job. Very impressed. All right, what do we need to work on here? Probably work with a metronome. That's probably going to be the first thing I would say. You'd be amazed at how you are not on beat if you don't play with a metronome. But overall, I'm going to tell you, my guess would be 2.5 years of playing. That would be my guess. Very good job. Very, very good job. I am very impressed. Hey, if you guys enjoy videos like this and you want me to critique your playing, I would be more than happy to do it. Just follow the instructions down below and submit your video to me, and I'll take a look at it and see what we can teach you and teach other people. But that's all I have for you guys right now. I did put up another video up here, another critique video of another subscriber. Take a look at that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whatever maybe I should do next. But that's all I have for you today. God bless. Take care. Don't forget, practice what you have to so you can play what you want to, and I'll see you on the next video.